A few weeks ago, I turned 40. When I did, I had this practice of looking at how, when I was a 30-year-old, what I had envisioned or dreamed for myself as a 40-year-old, and had this kind of dialogue of what would it be like to think as a 30-year-old about your 40-year-old self, and then now that you're 40, about your 30-year-old self. It's kind of like talking to yourself in your sleep. It's kind of weird. But so I started having these dreams then about this younger person kind of making their way in the world and kind of walking up this trail and kind of sitting there in a nonchalant way, like leaning against a wall. Can you picture him kind of just leaning there? And this other character, this real kind of surly older character, Tom Waits-ish kind of guy, walks up and starts to talk to this guy here leaning against the rock. And before you realize it, that young person is just sitting there holding that rock the whole time. And this older character is there saying, like, why do you keep pushing? Why do you keep trying to move this? And at a certain point, the young person's like, well, I'm kind of stuck. I'm holding this here. If I move, all of the work of holding it in place would roll away. And that Tom Waits kind of character kind of leans in and scraggly, and he goes, I know. And so this is a song about that.
Sometimes I meet this stranger in my dreams. He is ruffled like those cigarette men on the back of magazines. And when I see him, it's along familiar mountain streams. And I start to wonder. He says, how are you doing? Are you tired of playing the fool? Are you still haunted by those memories of awful kids from school? And do you really think that haunted kid'll get you through? Do you? 'Cause you'll get tired of pushing that stone up the road. It starts out like a pebble, then it grows into a boulder the size of the moon. Till you wake up one morning to realize you've gotten stuck here, trying to move the world. And I said, now wait a minute, man. What makes you think you know who I am? I am the perfect composite of all my favorite men, and even some of my most favorite women. So don't you be concerning yourself with me. You see, I've learned to hold the tension between justice and invention. There's really no distinction. You just get under the engine. Instead of all of that blind wishing, you start to change conditions. You see, praying's a lot like fishing. And you'll get tired of pushing that stone up a road. It starts out like a pebble, but it grows into a boulder the size of the moon. Till you wake up one morning to realize you've gotten stuck here, trying to move the world. Well, the stranger, he winks and he keeps on. He says there's more to try. Next you'll learn to juggle friends and lovers, hopes and bottom lines, and then you'll learn the trick to leveraging your time. And I got tired of pushing that stone up the road. It started like a pebble, but I'm telling you it grows into a boulder the size of the moon. Till you wake up one morning to realize you've gotten stuck here. And then I started on this notion. I was flooded with emotion. The old man said, let it go, son. So I put the wheels in motion. Let it roll, 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 let it roll. And I let it roll. Tired of moving, tired of moving the world, tired of ruling the world, tired of moving the world, tired of moving the world. Sometimes I meet this stranger in my dreams.